in the process of doing the restoration on this RX-7, I decided that there's a few little small components that I wanted to have powder coated, but you know, I didn't really feel like going to all the trouble taking the parts off, bringing them to a powder coating place. So I went to my local tool shop and picked up a powder coating gun. But the problem with powder coating is that I didn't have a powder coating oven. So I bought this oven for $25 at Value Village, and I converted it into a PID controlled, temperature accurate powder coating oven that's small enough to fit on my desk and also large enough to fit, you know, stuff like this, steering knuckles and stuff. Now this isn't powder coated, this is just, this is Rust-Oleum, but it's beside the point.
I picked up this oven and controller a few years ago to use for reflowing circuit boards. However, with my current need of this car, powder coating is actually a little bit easier because I don't need to wrap the oven in insulation. The oven was basically brand new when I got it. It looked like it had never actually had anything cooked in it. I liked it because it had a fairly large capacity. It says it can hold a medium pizza, 12-inch pizza, which most steering components and stuff will fit in it pretty easily. The oven came apart pretty easy, just a few screws on the bottom and the sides. I wasn't going to be needing the control panel anymore, so I took it out. My plan is to basically take the PID controller and put it where the screen used to be. I just marked it out pretty quickly using some calipers and then cut it out with a cut-off wheel. It didn't need to be particularly clean because it doesn't really matter all that much with this oven. It's not going to be any work.
So after a little bit of trimming, we're able to pop that guy in. And then you can use these guys, and they go like this. These guys on the bottom go like this. And bing bang boom, she's mounted. Now we put it all back together. We got our timer. Give you guys a little idea of what's going on here. This is my temperature controller up here, my PID temperature controller. This is a solid state relay. See, the main power goes into the solid state relay, and then this thing switches the relay, which turns the elements on and off. Pretty easy, straightforward stuff. Now all I got to do is just pop a hole in the side here for the thermocouple, and then we should be good to go. I use this drill, which is a little bit bigger than my little Milwaukee there. No, you gotta make it bigger. You gotta go one step more. One step more. Perfecto. Drop our nut on the end. This on the end. Bing bang boom baby, she's good to go. Alright, so quick demo of the oven here. We see we've got our PID controller in there, our thermal probes in the back there. I've already had it turned on, so I think it's above ambient in here, which is about, I don't know, -5, -10, something like that inside. Anyhow, turn it on. Got our display. You can see I've got it set to 16 degrees. It's currently 31 in there. So if we turn this up, let's turn it to like, I don't know, 130. No, let's go lower than that. We'll go like 90. No, we'll do something a little more reasonable so that it doesn't take forever. 60, 57, 50. Let's do 50. So 50 degrees. Should see our elements turning on in a second. There we go. Our elements are turning on. You can see them turning red. Should begin to see our temperature climbing soon. 31. You can see that it's turned off. So it's trying to figure out what it needs to do in order to get it to 50. It's trying not to overshoot. So that's why it's going 47, 48, 49. Hopefully it'll center around 50. Then eventually what this temperature controller will do is it'll learn how the oven is responding, and it'll maintain it at that temperature by either turning the elements on or off. You can see it's overshooting now a little bit. So in the future it'll know to turn it on for a minute or something like that. So you can see that the oven's kind of managed to find its zone here. The way that these PID controllers work is they basically look at like the derivative of the temperature, and then they adjust kind of on like an equilibrium to figure out how to keep it right at the right temperature. So this one's now seeming like it's converged around 50 degrees. It's figured out how to keep the oven at 50 degrees, and seems to be doing a pretty good job. So that one's good to go.